Hello, welcome back to another fabulous video on my channel. I'm Jacob from Jacob's Books Corner, and today we're going to be doing a February TBR video. Sorry, I'm a little tired. These two shelves and this paper can include my February TBR. It's quite massive, so just bear with me. There's like 30 books on this TBR. Do I feel like I'm going to be able to read them all? No. Announcing if it's going to be for a video or not, so let's do that. Also, at the very end of this, we'll take you over to Jacob at the computer, who will be reacting to February wrap up or February TBR from 2020, I think is where the TBR comes from. Whatever book I've not read in that TBR, maybe I get to pick. Maybe it's just one. I don't really know. I've not watched the video. I've not reacted to it yet. Whatever that book is, I will also be reading and prioritizing. It's for a challenge, just to read old books I had put on my TBR. Eventually, we're gonna run into this like space of where, oh my god, you just keep saying the same book over and over again. It's good for me. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're gonna start from here to here. This whole entire line is Shadowhunter books, so we're going to save it till the end. So we're going to go from here to here, and we'll probably do Shadowhunters next, then we'll talk about the paper. First off, let's talk about Wings of Fire. I want to read book 3 and hopefully 4, but 3 for definite. That is called The Hidden Kingdom, and I wouldn't mind reading The Dark Secret as well. The next book, The Hidden Kingdom, is Gloria's point of view, and that just intrigues me a lot, but we'll see. These are a priority because my little sister, plus I'm currently making a new outline for my little sister's book, and so like it just gave me excited. First one we have is Lily Reinhardt's poetry collection, Swimming Lessons. I'm sure I'll sit down and listen to this one night. It's a very quick listen. It's about 40 minutes or so. I just need to do my reread essentially for it. So that one I'm sure we'll get done. Then we have A Million to One by Adiba Jagara. This, I picked up 4 books from the library. 3 of them I'm definitely reading. 1 of them I'm taking back. This is one of the ones I definitely am reading. This is about a heist on Titanic. I'm quite excited for it. Alright, then we have a book I'm currently in the middle of, and that is Amira and the Night Brothers. I'm definitely continuing off this. I got had to pick this week, so I didn't get to continue with it, but I will be reading more of it, and hopefully maybe picking up the sequel this month as well, if not maybe next month. This is by B.B. Allison. This is about Mira, who gets brought up into a secret society world of supernatural creatures. It's very fun, very exciting. It's middle grade. I think I'll pass it along to my little sister when I get done. Then we have Jackal by Aaron E. Adams. This is about someone who goes missing and then someone's coming back to like solve that mystery. The opening was really good, but my thought was I wish this was in third person, and the actual book is, and so I'm quite excited to read it. We have Sarah J. Maas, which I'm going to very quickly talk about for you guys. Starting next week, Sarah J. Maas videos will be coming out once a week. I don't know what day yet. Maybe I'll try to get Empire Storms this week. I don't really know. It just depends on how much time I have for editing. And then we'll do Tower of Dawn and Kingdom Mash. I finished all the way up to Kingdom Mash, so I still have to read this. So this will be happening this week, but this month. I'm sure I'll probably end up rereading Tower of Dawn before I read this, is my best guess. So Tower of Dawn can definitely pop up on Empire Storms, has a possibility of popping up on my wrap-up list. I feel like Tower of Dawn and Kingdom Mash are much higher to be popped up next month. So this is for my TBR video I did for my unread TBR, which is this top row above here. And so I picked 2 new books to read from that for that video. I'm hoping to get that video around March or April, somewhere around then. And so the ones I picked up is In the Path of Falling Objects by Andrew Smith. This is about 2 brothers in one road trip from hell. I'm excited for it. And then Spontaneous by Ann Schimmer. This is about a school where heads start popping. And it sounds fun. And the movie does look quite enjoyable. Moving down to the actual books I'm hoping to read this month. This is going to take up the majority of my reading, but don't worry, I have so much more to talk about. That is the Shadowhunter world. So that's about in the order that I'm going to be reading in case you guys are curious. I'm in my reread of timeline order, building up to the events for Chain of Thorns to move on to the rest of the series by Cassie Clare. Chain of Thorns comes out, I want to say it comes out the day you're seeing this video. No, it's already out. It's been out for a day. My Chain of Thorns review should be coming out in February. I'll post it as soon as I get it done. Very, very excited to read it. With that being said, I've read Clockwork Angel in December. I didn't get to any of them in January, which really sucked. So we're starting with Clockwork Prince, moving on to Clockwork Princess. That concludes the Inferno Device trilogy for me. I am doing a whole video on my reread experience in timeline order. I actually think it goes Shadowhunter Academy next, then the Bane Chronicle, and then goes to the Shadow Market. Now these look like gigantic novels to you, and they are gigantic, but I'm only reading novellas from them, so don't get super duper excited. I do review the novellas individually, so good for my goal. And then lastly, we have, as these are not behemoths, Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron and Chain of Thorns, which is the newest one, which I'll pop up on the screen. All going to be read as well. This is a part of the Lost Hours trilogy, which is ending. For Lost Hours, I didn't like Chain of Gold very much, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be a 5 on this time around, and that this will also be a 5, as I think this was like a 4.75. It could have been a 5, I don't really remember off the top of my head. Before I jump into the paper list, which I do have Our Bloodless Ties by K. Weismer. There's 2 books this month, possibly 3 books I want to read from K. Weismer. Bloodless Ties is one of them. I'm halfway through it. I was going to finish it last month. My friend ended up having to cancel. I got COVID. It was a whole sabbatical, so I didn't end up finishing it this month, so I will definitely be finishing it before Broken Perfect Lies come out next month. Now we're going to jump into the books that are going to pop up here on the screen, and I'm going to tell you if they pop up in any videos or if you're going to expect a review for the wrap-up. We have Lost in the Moment and Found by Sean McGuire. This is the newest Wayward Children series. You can see it in a wrap-up and or on a TikTok as I review it, review all my books in a TikTok. We have Don't Fear the Reaper, which if you guys watched my 5-star prediction video, you would know this popped up there. That will get its own single video. Probably spoilerly because it's a sequel, so I expect myself to say there's going to be spoilers in that video. This is the sequel to My Heart is a Chainsaw, which was almost a 5, and so I have a feeling this is going to be a 5. This comes out very early in February. Very excited about it. We have Broken Perfect Lies by K. Weismer, which comes out at the end of February, which I'm also very excited about, which will get its own non-spoiler review in the beginning and spoilerly vlog at the end. I'm really excited. This one is a bodyguard romance. It's like Hannah Montana. It's supposed to be very bloody and sexual, and all of my favorite things. Then we have The Writing Retreat, which is very high up on a lot of people's lists. This is a debut novel about an author that goes to a writing retreat for like Nanowrimo in a way, and people start dying, and I'm very excited for it. So that's Thank You for Listening by Wayland. What is her first name? She's my favorite narrator, and I can't remember her name. So sad for her. Anyway, this is a romance about someone who audio narrates books, and I'm very excited for it. Then we have Babel by Ara Kwong. This is the book I need to read the fastest, like start the soonest, so I can be done with it the soonest, because it's like 30 hours long. I am reading it as an audio. That's how I would recommend to read it, and I can't get my hands on like a physical copy of it. If I could, I would, but I can't. This is all about Oxford, so we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited. I love Ara Kwong's writing. I love how brutal it is and how honest it is and how personable it is, so I'm excited, but I'm nervous. And guys, those are the books I plan on reading this month and January, or in February. A lot of rereads, as you can see, but also some new ones. I am quite excited to get to them all. Obviously, the plan was not to just read all these back to back. This was supposed to be like a read 1 or 2 a month and then get prepared for a Chain of Thorns. And then I just didn't do it. So now we're here and Chain of Thorns comes out. I want to read it immediately, and I'm not going to be able to, in typical Jacob fashion. So, as much as I do think I should prioritize like Babel and other things that are more important and that deserve videos sooner, I do have a strong feeling these are what I'm starting with. And judge me for it. Please, I need someone to judge me for this. Alright, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, I'd like to shout out TikTok, as it's going to be blowing up here in the next few days as we get back into the swing of things. Alright, I'll talk to you guys all next time.